going on, everybody? Welcome back to Travis RC. Got a little bit of an update video here. So we're going to try and get rocking and rolling on the LMT build. Still need to collect some parts. However, we've started to do that finally. So also got a couple extras on the way. And big thing on that as well is I think I finally decided on the motor ESC combo that I want to go with. So I guess first things first, the motor ESC combo I'm going to go with is going to be the XE Run XR8 SCT combo with a 3600 kV motor. I was originally going to go with the Max 10 SCT combo using a 4000 kV motor, but I want to do some racing, and it only makes sense, I think, to go with a censored ESC setup. With that being the case, you can't get that with the Max 10 SCT, so I'm going to try that 8-scale ESC setup and see how that goes. I'm sure on 2S it's going to be plenty of power for that, but of course I'll still try out 3S for the fun of it, and I think I could even put 4S in this thing and run it just fine. 100% not necessary, not something I plan to do. So I think that's what we're going to go with our motor and ESC combo, so I'm going to be getting that on order pretty soon here. I've also won a body from J Concepts, a 93 F250 body. I won it from the Crush This podcast, which is a monster truck based podcast. A couple of friends of mine run that. So this is the body that we've won. So that's what we're looking at. I did order the body with a wrap on it from Fat Cat Customs, which I think I already said in the last video. So that's going to be really exciting to get that in. It should come trimmed up, ready to mount and all that. I don't know if I'll be able to run the cage with it or not. If not, not a concern. So that's the body that we have. It also came with the visor and razorback as well. I did have JB Scale Graphics also throw in a sticker set that could go with this body as well. So I'll make a decision on that, and it's probably going to end up being a Bigfoot body, because what else would you do with an early 90s F250 body? So just makes too much sense. That being said, in also collecting stuff for working on the truck, I was at RC Car Kings in Burnsville, Minnesota a couple days ago, picked up a couple things, and this is one of them. Got a big old pit mat, a Traxxas pit mat, so that'll be nice. I don't want to take it out of the bag because, as you can see, I have a white long-haired husky, and it's probably going to stick to this thing like a magnet. So I've got that, nothing major there. The big purchase that I made at RC Car Kings was one of the first parts and the first piece of electronics that we need to get this truck going. That is going to be this Spektrum DX5 Rugged. Orange is my favorite color, so I spent a couple extra bucks and got the special edition orange. So my plan was to unbox this with you guys today, kind of do a little bit of an overview. I don't know a whole lot about what I'm talking about, but some of the features that we have on here: LCD screen, capacitive touch. This thing's water resistant, shock proof. It has rubber bumpers on it and whatnot to help with that as well. It has a thumb steering for one-handed control, so that's going to come in handy when we start doing some filming when we finally run. This does not come with a receiver. I did purchase a receiver to go with it. The box says it comes with a receiver, but I think the special edition doesn't. I think that's kind of the main difference. So I went ahead and got a 3-channel receiver. Let's see, it says it's the SPM SR315 3-channel receiver. So obviously I could have gone with 2-channel, but I think an auxiliary input on there would be nice in case I wanted to do 4-wheel steering, which I probably wouldn't, but if I ever change my mind, if I ever add lights to the truck or something. And you know, I believe the transmitter has 5 channels, so I could go up to 5 channels if I ever wanted to. So let's go ahead and unbox this and then just take a quick look at it, and then that should do it. All right, so let's go ahead and take this out of the box here. I did take a peek at it at the hobby store before I bought it. I wanted to see what it looked like. So upon opening the box here, so we've got a manual, a little bit thick. So it looks like this is just going to go over what is what buttons are what, model select, calibration. Looks like you can take the wheel off. So there's a little customization here as well, warranty information, and then it looks like everything else is just other languages. So that's that. And then under here, of course, we have our transmitter. So it looks like we got like a quick start guide or something of the sorts here. So nothing too crazy. And then of course, the transmitter itself. Let me make sure there's nothing under this piece of cardboard. And there is not. So here we go. The Spektrum DX5 Rugged transmitter. I could probably throw a couple batteries in there and get this turned on, but I mean, it feels solid. It's really lightweight, a little lighter than I was expecting, but this thing is clearly, you know, made for the conditions. This wheel is very grippy. Obviously, as I stated, you got your thumb steering control, so when we start doing some running videos, that will be nice. I could hold a camera with one hand, and I feel like this would be pretty challenging to get used to, but got a little loop right here for a lanyard or something of the sort. And then like it said on the box there, we got capacitive touch control, so we'll play around with that, see how that goes. Looks like this opens up, and this looks like it must be for tool storage or something. I'm not quite sure what this input is for, but we'll find out here as we read through the manual, or if you know, feel free to let me know. But it's a very solid feeling radio. Did I need to go with the Rugged? Probably not, but I did anyway. So as I mentioned, we got 5 channels, so there's several buttons. I believe these are all programmable to whatever you could plug into the receiver. And then I assume that a couple of these are probably for throttle, steering, trim, something like that. Not totally sure, but we'll play around with it and go from there. Let me grab a couple batteries here, and then we'll turn this on. Put the cover back on, and here we are. Look at that. So first thing, screen's really clear. Definitely bright enough. So we have our battery voltage right here, which is really nice. 6.3 volts. And then obviously we have, I assume that we have the trims right here. Steering trim, throttle trim. Must be drag brake. And then we have some auxiliary stuff on there. So let's see how easy it is to navigate with this capacitive touch. Okay. So honestly, that works pretty good. And if I drag and hold one way or the other, it just scrolls quickly, which I think is going to be nice, especially if you're naming, you know, several models on here. That should work pretty good. So you got model select. Can't see where I'm pressing here. You can press OK. New model. Back. So looks like we got a timer, exponential rates. Let's see, timer. Whoop. Let's see if we can go back. So we do have a back button, a clear button, and then your scroll and OK. So we'll hit back. Curious to see the timer here. Timer 1. So we can count down from 5 minutes. So I'm just curious here if we figure out how to start this just for funsies. Can I scroll down on here? Well, this is obviously going to take some playing around with and getting used to. But that's all right. That's what we're here for. see, is this a G right here? It said G was related to that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so the G button starts this this countdown timer. So, I mean, if you're racing with this thing or you're timing whatever, at least you can keep an idea of maybe where you're at in your heat or something like that. Hit G to pause it. Press G again to keep going. So that's pretty cool. A nice little feature I can see being useful, especially if you're racing, track racing or whatever. So I guess that's a quick overview here. I'm going to read through the manual, try to play with this a little more, and then you know, we won't really know what we're working with until we get everything running and the truck going. And then power buttons right here. Hold it probably. All right, and then it boots down. All right, guys, so that's that quick little overview. So to recap here, we know what we're going with the motor ESC. We've got a transmitter and receiver. So just need to buy some tools still, batteries, charger. But at least one of the main big components, the transmitter receiver, is out of the way, and we have that in our hands. So that's nice. I'm hoping for the next video, the workbench will be done and I can start doing some filming down in the basement, and that'll be the new studio rather than my kitchen island. So I'll try to document that here this weekend as we go along. Hopefully that'll be done, and at least I could put stuff on top of it. I'll still need to figure out some electrical and lighting and stuff, but that's not a big deal. We're gonna get the workbench done, and then everything will have a home, so that's gonna be a big plus. So if you guys have any other recommendations for parts, anything like that, feel free to let me know. I've got a couple other race-minded upgrades that I wanna make once the truck is finally running. Get that center of gravity a little bit lower and things of that such. So we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, share, notification bell, all that. Catch you later.